The silence we are witnessing today from our southwestern brothers in the entertainment industry today is alarming. If these guys have always shown a temperament or an attitude of silence previously, I will understand. But for people that have been so loud previously in previous governments, calling the government to power, the silence we are experiencing right now is alarming, and it is important we call it out. So over the past couple of weeks, I have not been on social media. I have not been active on social media, but I have seen the trend whereby our celebrities have been exposed for their double standardness, for their hypocrisy, where they were very loud and audible speaking about bad governance during the past PDP administration of Goodluck Jonathan. Every of them had something to say about the government when we were buying petrol for like 140 something naira, when insecurity was just limited to Borno State and Yobe State, when you could take a flight from Lagos to Abuja and you spent 14,000 naira, when a bag of rice was 8,000 naira, when I passed you my neighbor generator was 8,000 naira. They all had something to say. When kidnapping was just limited to bring back our girls, they had something to say. They were very audible. They were very vocal. All of a sudden now that we're witnessing 50 times things worse than when they were speaking, they are all maintaining silence. And the painful part why I had to use my southwestern celebrities as an example for this particular conversation is that currently, the Southwest has never experienced the amount of insecurity it's experiencing in its entirety. If there is one, please somebody should draw my attention to it. Wherever we had the Southwest be this unsafe, that Kwara State has automatically been run out. People have left their communities in Kwara State. It is that in Oyo State that we witnessed the beheading on camera of a school teacher, and school students are being whipped and beaten in the forest in Oyo State. We are witnessing the same thing in Ekiti State, in Ondo, in Ogun State. And I made a tweet previously. I was like, I had an experience in Lagos around last week, 2021, that I can hit my chest and I said, these guys are already domiciled in Lagos. And why they have not striked yet in Lagos, I do not know. But I'm 100% certain that what I experienced in Lagos, I can beat my chest and say that these guys, these terrorists are already in Lagos. It is just a matter of time it will happen in Lagos. And you know Nigerians, especially our Lagosians, is that if it doesn't happen in Lagos, it is not happening yet. They absorb themselves from the reality, and that is automatically where all our celebrities are based right now. They're all in Lagos, feigning ignorance, feigning I do not care. They're not seeing it, see no evil, hear no evil, talk no evil. They are all in bed with the presidency. I understand why many of them are doing this, because many of them are slaves to the system, because the truth of the matter is that we are totally under a state capture. The current man in power has captured he has captured every institution in the country, including the entertainment industry. His son virtually is the one that owns the billboard that puts all their adverts and their ads on across Lagos. So if you come out and say something, definitely you're already blacklisting yourself. So many of these artists are feigning silence. People that had everything to say during the time of Jonathan. MI is quiet today. Adekule go. Look at his tweets everywhere. Adekule with his wife, Simi. They had everything to say about Jonathan. Every one of them had something to say about Jonathan or the previous administration. But today they are all maintaining silence. Meanwhile, the Southwest, their own region, is being overrun by terrorists as we speak. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody is holding this government accountable. And I'm bringing this out not just because I want them to even say anything. I don't expect them to say anything because I understand why they're not saying things. But I'm pointing out this hypocrisy for Nigerians to understand, because table will eventually turn. It's either we get our country back in 2027, except Nigerians are stupid enough to allow the most insensitive, the most useless government in the history of our country to come back. And if we do, then we have ourselves to blame. But even if we make the mistake of allowing this government come back, if the table will turn, Tinubu will not be in present forever. A time will come when the table will turn and somebody else will come to power. This silence you guys are maintaining now, please maintain it forever. Because I don't want to ever come out and hear that Adekule Gold, you later now have found your voice to speak. These voice people are feigning silence now. Let it just be like that. Keep it this way. Let's maintain this silence. Let's just continue worshiping ST, because he's people's God. He owns the music industry. I can't blame many of you, because many of you people are embedded in one way or another. The moment Nigerians begin to sweep the rug, the rug off the feet of so many of these record labels, you see that almost 95% of them are financed by the government, either by one senator or one governor or the presidency's son or somebody. They're all intertwined. And that's why you guys cannot say anything right now. That your not even, I won't call your fans, your people, your own country people, they pass through hell. Let this silence continue the way it is. Let's just keep maintaining the silence. But it's important to point out this hypocrisy. Olamide people had something to say. All of you guys had something to say. Today people are finding silence. No wahala. It is important and it is good that we're in an internet generation whereby I might forget. The next man might forget. The next woman might forget. But the internet never forgets. Your footprint of what you guys did now will forever be embedded in time.
I've been thinking of late that in all these things that are happening in our country, Nigeria, the buying of Nigerians, the kidnapping of a lot of Nigerians, bad governance, a lot of heel of the society, a lot of our celebrities are not speaking up. A lot of them. Apart from somebody like Wizkid and maybe the P Squares and some few ones are talking about it. But everybody seems to be quiet. The Afrobeat musicians, all of them, quiet. Nollywood actors and actresses, quiet. As if a lot of things are well. But let's be honest, things are not well. But I'll let you guys understand something. These same Nigerians that are being pied, they made you guys who you are. Yes, you've got your talent. You guys have your talent, yeah. But without the Nigerian platform, your talent cannot sell. I will explain to you guys. Somebody like Davido. Davido grew up in the US. When it was time to sing the African culture music, Afrobeat, he came back from the US to Nigeria to come and do that genre of music called Afrobeat, because it's an African heritage. And it sold so much because a lot of Nigerians and a lot of African people embraced the music. And that's why, Davido, you became a global star. All of you have been nominated for Grammy Award today because you came back to your root. And your root projected your music. But the same people who made you guys who you are being quiet on a daily basis. All of you can remember the attack in Ogbomosho. There are children of 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, and a lot of children, and even teachers, and a lot of Nigerians in the bush, being kidnapped by terrorists. You guys are not coming out to speak. And I want you guys to understand that a lot of you, all of you have bigger platform than a lot of us. A lot of you have close to 5 million people following you, 8 million people, 10 million people following you. So you have the platform. Do you think that if you have added your voice to it, it will be loud? It's going to be louder than the way it is. Excuse me. It's going to be louder than the way it is. But you guys decide not to talk. Of course, we know that somebody like Seun Kuti also speaks sometimes, even though sometimes when he speaks, maybe under the influence of something, we don't know. But the truth basically is that you guys need to do something. Is it until they take the land of these Nigerians that made you guys who you are from them, until they eradicate them from their land? Is it then you guys will now start speaking? Think about what I'm saying. Because the truth is that a lot of you have decided to use your platform for politics instead of giving back to the society that made you guys. They call it social responsibility, or what do they call it? You are supposed to be giving back to the society. If you are not building infrastructure, if you are not giving, when the people are facing trials, you should be a voice for them. You should be a voice for them. I want to send this message to all our celebrities across board. The Nollywood actors and actresses, the musicians, the Afrobeat musicians, the models, everybody in the entertainment industry. Rise up today and let us speak on behalf of the vulnerable Nigerian people so that we can be their voice.
Asking myself questions. Why am I going to church where another message aside from what is happening in this country is being preached right now? Any church that is preaching any message that is different from what is happening in this country and speaking up for the people and speaking to the government, you are wrong. any mosque right now that is speaking anything different from what is happening in this country right now, you are wrong. Schools are still opening up. Why? This calls for a state of emergency. Like, I mean, what is our limit? When are we going to say enough is enough? It took me a while to make this video because I was waiting for the response of the church and the, spiritual leaders in all sectors, and I was waiting for them to say something about it. And earlier today, I saw a video from PFN, and it was, I think it was Pastor Fola Davies, and the only known face I saw there was Pastor Irene. Why? Where is Pastor Adeboye in all of this? Where is David Oyedepo in all of this? Where is Pastor Kumu in this? Where is Pastor Bolaji in this? Where is Jerry Eze in this? Where are the notable men of God that have so much influence? And for the Muslims, where are your sheikhs? What are they saying? Where are the alfas? What are they saying? Now is not the time to sit around holding crusades or holding services that you're saying something different from what is happening in this country right now. The country is at a verge of collapse. Someone was beheaded on camera. Children have been abducted and being beaten. We don't even know where they are. Oh my God. Even the Bible says, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violence taketh it by force. In the Bible, men of God, the prophets, were raised to deliver God's people from the hands of the oppressors, e.g. Moses and Pharaoh. You know, prophets were raised to go speak to the system, speak to the kings, and warn them. You know, is it that God doesn't care about his people again?
It's so sad now that we have gotten used to evil. Nigerians have gotten used to the killing. We have adjusted to the darkness that has covered this country. The government of the day is not taking action. And it's so sad that even when we are supposed to speak up, people pick political divides. We make all of these things political, we make it religious, we make it ethnical, we make it tribal. And I am saying this, the devil is devouring us in Nigeria. Evil is devouring us, and it's so sad. Whatever name they call it, banditry, terrorism, is eating us in Nigeria. They are taking our loved ones. Parents are no longer at ease sending their kids to school. An innocent teacher was, and the next minute another challenge will come up online where people start to work on trends. Comic relief will come, and we keep readjusting like frogs in boiling water. There is a need. If there is a darkness over Nigeria, whether it's from the government or from any forces that is coming from, it needs to be broken. Nigerians, if you have a voice, speak up. This thing is getting close to home. It's getting close to home. And the way I've been feeling in the last few days as regards this killing is as if these terror guys, they are even the ones in government. The way it looks now, because you can't tell me that the government can be this helpless, that people died. Nothing solid has actually come from the government. Nothing solid has come. I see when some of these things happen in the United States, the emphatic way that the presidency will talk, that will come after you, we will get you and will gun you down. But what do? We get to rehabilitate these same guys that have caused mayhem, that have caused families to cry, that have caused pain. We say that we are rehabilitating them, we are bringing them back into the system. Nigerian government, do something about this.
God punish APC, whether you're a member of APC, you work for the APC from the presidency down to the local government. God punish all APC members for putting Nigerians in shambles. God punish all of them for making Nigerians not being able to secure the citizens of Nigerians. God punish all of them. As long as you are involved with the current administration, starting from the federal level. God punish all of you. Do you understand? The time has come. All of us in Nigerians, we are not, personally, I'm not like one of those youths who want to spend their time on social media talking trash. No, it is not. It is safe to say, APC, if starting from federal till any point, as long as APC is concerned, you are down how guabe you are. Do you understand? You could not, a nation where you are the president, whatever, you are the guide, you are the whatever, you cannot guarantee security, you cannot guarantee even to eat. People are hungry. It is clothes. And some people say, oh, go your hair. It is clothes that is covering the pains on the minds of Nigerians, in the body of right inside Nigerians. Now clothes then they cover shame. We not they come up for house travel. I traveled to Lagos the other day. I just a pass. I said, kidnappers won't carry you boss. What are we doing here? And the only thing you could say, the only thing you could do today, anonymously, that they call very dark man, the land saying he should not come into Nigeria, that they are planning to carry him because he's speaking out. Then be ready to carry the whole Nigerians. Be ready, APC government, be ready to carry the whole of Nigerians, except those ones where they go back to they collect money. Be ready to carry 90% of Nigerians, because you know what? We are done. We are done with this nonsense. We are done. We are done like we are done. I have family, taking care of my family. Even though I work, I make money. To fill gas is 1,300 or something. You remove subsidy from petrol. What did you do with the money? What did you do? Nigerians are suffering. Every day we hear from one state to the other, from one place to the other. People are dying. People are being chopped up, their neck, their head are being chopped up. We just move on like that as though nothing happened. We just move on as though nothing happened. And you see how the gods, the nerves to want to attack those that are talking about the situation surrounding the problem, the surrounding Nigeria. If you're an APC member, you work with the APC, you work for the APC, whether they win 2027 election, whether they don't win it, just know that it has been drawn. Do you understand? This is not about coming to do talk on social media. Our voice have been raised. We are raising our voice. We are raising our voice to tell the world that Nigerians are in shambles. Every day of our life we are crying. Look at my kids today. Is it the life I want to give to them? Is it the life I want to give to my own family? Is it the life I plan for myself? Is this it? I am making this post, and I hope that in short, how many thousands of people that want to see this post, there must be APC members on the inside. Because you are having one or two things from inside there that they give you a peanut, that they shut you up. If every Nigerian arrives today to say, oh, we are tired of this thing, I know something will happen. What are we doing here? You have and whether it's allegedly, whether it's not alleged, but we know that it's what Nigeria can do. They are saying very dark man should not come to the airport. He should not announce his arrival. They want to arrest him because he is speaking out. Then be ready, because if you shut down one very dark man, then 1,000 very dark man will arise. That is the level we are going to. In case you don't know, if you shut down one very dark man, if you shut down one very dark man, 1 million very dark man will rise up. Nigerians, but evil leaders, you are in trouble. You don't know. It might not be now. You might be able to win the 2027 election, though. You might wuru yourself and get in. But trust me, Nigerians are waking up already. Let us hear that he arrives airport and they picked him up. Then we will see what will happen in Nigeria. In our immediate society, we will begin it. Enough.
Good day to our viewers all over the world, and welcome back to Local Journal. It's quite so pathetic that celebrities whose voices were very loud under Goodluck Jonathan's administration are struggling to keep their voices. They've gone into their hiding place and they've lost their voices. They cannot speak under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration because of what they stand to lose. We have so many Yoruba artists that spoke against, insulted, and spoke ill of Goodluck Ebele's administration. They called him all sorts of names and labeled him all sorts of names, even when his government is far better than the successive government of APC. During Jonathan's administration, in as much as we didn't have it very rosy and it was not a perfect administration, at least the man had the interest of Nigerians at heart. He had conscience and he was doing everything within his own power. It's just that he was incompetent in some aspect and he did his best in some aspect. But for a government who has failed in every aspect, for a government who is not doing anything about the plight of Nigerians, and these people are seeing this thing and yet they can not even voice out the voice they had under Jonathan's administration, they've lost that voice, is a thing of concern. Because I don't know, is it because of the fact that Tinubu is their tribesman? I don't really get, because if that was the case, Jonathan's people also criticized him in 2015. During his administration, they criticized him as well. And this is the reason why this country will never go far. Because like people who prioritize their tribe over the country, prioritize their like kingsman over the country's greatness, are not people that are interested in the interest of this country or are interested in the development of this country. If you have a platform, you're a celebrity, you spoke under Goodluck Jonathan administration, but under this administration, you've lost your voice. Under this administration, that things are far worse than even the previous administration, the previous administration of late President Muhammadu Buhari. Then you are a wicked fellow. Then you are not a good person. Then you're evil. Because I can't imagine people keeping quiet, especially those who criticize the previous administration. I don't expect you guys to keep quiet with the plight of Nigerians, with the amount of things Nigerians have to suffer every day, economically, security-wise, and every otherwise. Nigerians are suffering terribly, and yet your voices had never been heard in the media criticizing this government. You have a problem and you are not a good person at all. Just channel that same energy you've been using, you used in insulting former President Goodluck Jonathan and even the previous president. Channel that same energy and use that same energy to call out the current government, because this current government is worse and we've never seen any government like this. That is just it. You need to drop your tribal bigotry aside and do the needful. People, pastors and women who spoke against the previous administration, we cannot even find them because of bigotry and because of the fact that they believe this is my brother and I have to protect him at all costs. But one thing you guys fail to understand is this: if the sky is falling off, it's not going to fall off and leave a particular place. It's going to fall on everybody. The fuel issue crisis we're facing, the insecurity we're facing, is happening to every region in this country. That's to tell you that if you don't stand for the truth, and if you cannot call out your brother because your brother is your brother and he's doing the wrong thing, whilst he's doing the wrong thing, then of course you are not someone to be trusted and you are an evil person. That is just it. Drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit the channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to the channel.